Yo, people, welcome back to the channel, and it is a special episode. We unfortunately couldn't get it done yesterday, so we're doing it today. It's IPL. We're gonna talk about IPL starting tomorrow, less than 24 hours away. It's a big one. But before I introduce the guest and we get to start to talk, smash that like button and it's gonna talk. Cool. So what I'm going to do, add Money and Ben, and then they can talk. Then I will be back in a second.
Sorry to hear that, Hanno,
Right.
but yeah, it is good to be here, and I wasn't really expecting to, uh, have a situation like this, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's all good so far. No real complaints. But Ben, good to have you on the channel, and I
Yeah.
normally do a lot of work with Hanno for this channel as well. So while he's off, I'll be sort of moderating the discussion. But once he comes back, it'll be down to
Yeah.
him. So how are you? And
Hmm.
tell me a little bit more. Tell us a bit more about yourself.
So I'm from India, basically from the state of Jharkhand. In India we have different states. So I basically belong from Jharkhand, and I come from Ranchi. Ranchi is a place in Jharkhand,
Oh,
and that's the hometown of MS Dhoni as well. Even MS Dhoni is from Ranchi. So I
right,
basic
right, right, right.
yes, I basically hail from MS Dhoni's hometown. Like so that's where I belong from. So it's a pleasure to be in this channel. I've seen our previous live streams as well. It was good. And now it's a delight to be here, to be involved. It's
Yeah,
good.
because obviously, like when it comes to doing something cricket related, Hanno
Yeah.
being South African and myself being English but of Indian origin, we
Yeah.
share a love for cricket, and so it's really wonderful to have more people like yourself coming
Sure.
on the channel. And obviously, like the IPL isn't something that I'm necessarily crazy about, but I mean, I don't mind watching occasionally every now and then. Me, I'm more of a fan of international cricket. I do enjoy Test cricket, and
Mm.
the one dayers, the 2020s are also exciting in a way. But sometimes when it comes to franchise cricket, you don't necessarily get the best quality when it comes to bowling. It's more of a batsman's game for the most part, and sometimes a lot of mistakes and poor deliveries can get punished. You see sixes and fours
Yes.
flying everywhere. After a certain period of time, you do get bored of that.
Hmm. Yes, Test cricket is the most authentic form, you can say. The traditional people prefer Test cricket. See, I'm a fan of all formats. I'm not critical of any format. I love watching all formats.
That's great. That's great. That's great.
I do watch
So,
Test cricket.
yeah,
Pretty much excited for the World Test Championship finally. That's the match I'm most awaited. It's the most awaited match for me.
yeah, definitely, 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 definitely,
Hmm.
definitely. Right. So, of course, I believe the first match that's going to be for this playing at the play this championship will feature the Super Kings against the team from Gujarat, I believe, the
Yes,
Gujarat
yes,
Tigers, I think.
yeah.
And
Hardik
so,
Pandya.
yeah. So we're going to just take a look basically at some preview right now, and obviously there has been a few changes in the squad for CSK, and of course CSK will you know be captained by your hometown boy Mahendra Singh Dhoni. I
Yeah.
mean, it's amazing that given his age, how he's still able to play is just I mean, I don't know what keeps him going, to be honest. He's at an age where most people will have retired by now.
Yeah. Longevity is an amazing thing to have, to, and it's really commendable to be playing, to be still playing. I don't know if this is going to be his last season, but let's see. He's the main man. He's the heart of CSK.
Right. It's actually the Titans that are the team from Gujarat. And of course, it's basically a clash between the potential Indian captain Hardik Pandya against the
Yeah.
former Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Yeah.
And yeah, so here's the big picture. The Super Kings and the Titans, two teams that are specialized in proving haters and expert wrong, kick off the new IPL season in front of what is expected to be a capacity crowd in Ahmedabad. So it'll be
Yeah.
on the Gujarat Titans' home turf. Dhoni in the
Obviously.
yellow corner, Pandya in the navy
Mhm.
blue one.
Yeah.
And this could very well be his farewell IPL season. But as for Hardik, a successful title defense will potentially lead to his coronation as India's future white ball captain. An inter-squad practice session that was thrown open to the public just now before the start at the Chepauk ground, which is, of course, where CSK play, is important of things to come at home. But the Super Kings are going to have to deal with playing 5 of their first 8 games away from home. They had the second worst economy rate at the death last season with 11.29.
Yeah.
They didn't quite remedy that at the auction. That is going to be a problem once we take a look at the squads. As for the Titans, the major issue last season was the absence of a reliable anchor. So they trialed a couple of players in that role, but now they've brought in the former New Zealand captain Kane Williamson from the Sunrisers Hyderabad. His elbow is currently in much better shape than it was last year. And with Williamson in the team, Pandya can float down the order as opposed to being asked to float upwards, which is what he often did in the last IPL. And the bowling attack ticks most boxes as well, with the arrivals of Josh Little and another cricketer named Shivam Mavi.
Yeah.
Josh Little, in fact, is the first Irish player to be picked in the IPL, strengthening them even further. So further team news, of course, a couple of players, Tikshana and Patirana from Sri Lanka, won't be available because they're currently participating in the 6-match white ball series in New Zealand. But the New Zealand Cricket Board has, in fact, released Devon Conway and Mitchell Santner, who could start for the Super Kings and also maybe for the rest of the IPL. Left-arm seamer Mukesh Chowdhury has been sidelined from the entire season with a back injury. And Dhoni has been reported to be fit for the opener.
Yeah.
Sisanda Magala from South Africa will also be unavailable for the exchanges, as he's going to be in action for South Africa against the Netherlands. And Titans are going to miss their finisher, David Miller, who will only link up with the franchise after the Netherlands ends on the 2nd of April. And then, of course, we could discuss this thing even further, but I want to actually get your perspective, and we will take a look at the squads once we get back into the main section.
Yeah.
Now,
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. So this is basically the squad for the Super Kings. And it was interesting to read in that article. They basically mentioned that the death bowling was something that they were going to look at, but they didn't really do so. And obviously, this was a team that did have the likes of Sam Curran in the team, but now no more. They do have the England Test captain Ben Stokes in their lineup, along with Kyle Jamieson. A few of the bowlers will obviously be unavailable. Mitchell Santner is, of course, a spin bowling all-rounder. Ambati Raidu has been around the block in domestic cricket for a long period of time. Ajinkya Rahane has also moved to the Super Kings. He might potentially have a role to play at the top of the order. And then, of course, the usual suspects, Ravindra Jadeja, Moeen Ali, and Dhoni, who is, of course, now 41 years old. On first glance, this definitely looks to be a very old team as well, with many of the players into their 30s and, of course, Dhoni himself into his 40s. So I want to ask you about two questions. One, do you think the age of this team could potentially be, a stumbling block for them, and especially given that it might be Dhoni's final season? And are you also worried? I don't know if you're going to be supporting the Super Kings in lieu of the Dhoni factor, but do you think that the lack of comparative strength in the death bowling department could be a factor against them?
I think they can bounce back this season. Yes, age is definitely a factor. We saw last season it was a flop season for CSK, but this time I hope they can recover. This time I think it's going to be a good season for them. And I'm a CSK supporter as well because of Dhoni. So I think this season is going to be a good season for CSK, but As of Stokes, we have been hearing news that due to his knee injury, he won't be available to bowl. So he will be playing as a specialist batter. So as of batting, we have CSK. We have good depth in batting. Let's see how they fare in the bowling department. But I'm positive about CSK. They'll go well this season. They'll bounce back because they are a clutch team, and all clutch teams bounce back. So this time I'm hoping that they have a good season. So
Right.
that's what my perspective is all about.
Yeah. But I mean, when it comes to the spinners, especially,
Yeah,
there doesn't seem to be any problem because with the likes of the off spinner Moeen Ali and the left arm spinner Santner, among others, and of course Jadeja with his left arm spin as well, they seem to be pretty well stocked. You've mentioned, of course, that Stokes will not be playing as a bowler due to his knee
yeah,
injury, so he might play more as a batsman. So there doesn't
yeah,
really seem to be any real top quality fast bowlers in this squad, which is a very big worry. I do remember,
yeah,
obviously, over the years, they've had the likes of Dwayne Bravo, and in the recent past, they had another Englishman, Sam Curran, in that team. So
yes,
it is going to be very, very difficult. And obviously, with a fast bowler, you would like to see them, pitch the ball straight and make sure that they
yeah,
can force the batsman to make a mistake and also really attack the batsman. So without any real attacking fast bowler, it'll be very difficult for them. I think a lot of pressure will be put on the likes of the experienced Jameson, and maybe there are some very inexperienced seamers in this team, and of course Patirana won't be available given his international
mm,
commitments. So
yeah,
it is going to be difficult for them, and they're going to have to depend a lot on their batsmen as always and the spinners. But as far as fast bowling is concerned, they could certainly look very weak indeed.
mm. Would have liked to see Magala in action.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
that,
of course, this is
yeah,
the Gujarat Titans squad, of
yeah,
course, captained by Pandya. And
yeah,
of course, Alzari Joseph. He's actually been performing well for the West Indies, um, during their series against South Africa and in the white ball formats, taking several wickets. And I think he will certainly have a big role to play alongside Pandya, maybe. Josh Little from Ireland, also another person to look for.
yeah.
David Miller, he might not be available given his international commitments, but once he does become available, he'll certainly have a big role to play. And at least in the bowling department, you have the likes of Mohammad Shami, the fast bowler, and Rashid Khan, the inspirational Afghanistan captain and leg spinner. Ridwan Saha is one of the main wicket keeping options. And opening batsman Shubham Gill has come into form. Odean Smith is also a decent hitter. And someone like a Matthew Wade can also double up as a wicketkeeper batsman. But Kane Williamson, of course, who's moved on from Hyderabad and certainly enjoying a new lease of life as a batsman in the New Zealand team, continuing to score well. I think he's not really involved with the Black Caps in the limited overs and T20 series. So he's come over here to just have a bit of rest, maybe. But there does seem to be quite a bit of promise over here, at least with regard to the bowling. And the batting also looks fairly well covered. How do you think this team could go tomorrow?
Yes, this team could go well. As we have seen in the last season, they proved to be pretty formidable. Now, they came out as a clutch team. So this season even they have the power. They have good finishers like Matthew Wade. We have seen how lethal he can be with the bat in the finishing role. So both are favorites basically for tomorrow's match. So it's an evenly poised contest. Any of them can win. So it's going to be an exciting contest tomorrow. But obviously they have the home support. They are playing the in Ahmedabad, Narendra Modi Stadium. So obviously they are going to have a good home support. So basically that's going to be a uplifting factor for Gujarat Giants. But it's going to be a good action-packed game, and I'm
Yeah.
excited for tomorrow's match.
Yeah, it should be fun. I mean, obviously, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the balance of both teams, I just think the Gujarat Titans might be at least marginally more balanced, especially in when it comes to the fast bowling side of things. When you can boast the likes of Odin Smith and Mohammad Shami in your attack, and one or two others who can join in, and of course some good quality spinners in this squad too. I mean, let's not forget Alzari Joseph, who should come in immediately and pick up where he left off with the West Indies. I just think that Gujarat might just have a little bit more in them, so I'm actually predicting a
Mm.
Gujarat win tomorrow. And obviously, if you're going to rely on some very old batsmen in MS Dhoni and Moeen Ali to try to help you get a good score, it's not going to really be the best thing. And if Tony doesn't put up a few good scores, I could see him drop himself from the team, and this could very well be his last season as a cricketer. But we will obviously see about that too tomorrow.
Yeah.
And of course, it's also interesting, really, to take a look at the if you take a look at the preview.
Uh,
We're also going to discuss the pitch at as you said, it's going to be held in Ahmedabad. And yeah. So obviously, these are the two different teams that could play for the Titans, whether they bat or bowl first, as is the as is that of the Super Kings. And of course, MS Dhoni will be expected to come in at 8 in the order as the captain and the wicketkeeper, while Moeen Ali and Ravindra Jadeja will be at 4 and 5, and Ben Stokes is expected to bat up at 3. So, and again, no real changes in the 11s as such. I think Simarjeet Singh, the swing bowler, will certainly have a bit of a role to play, and a lot will be expected of him to maybe carry the attack. And the Motera pitch in Ahmedabad is 6 red soil pitches and 5 black soil pitches. The ones used for the last IPL final and the recent T20 international against New Zealand were aiding the fast bowlers much, with Jude not being much of a factor later on the evening. It did rain on the eve of the IPL opener, disrupting the practice sessions of both teams, but the weather is expected to be clear for the duration of the game. So apparently, if this particular pitch is said to aid the seamers, then whoever is in the fast bowling attack for the Super Kings will certainly have a role to play to try and exercise those conditions. I just think that with Pandya, with Shami, with Alzari Joseph and Little, and so many good fast bowling options to choose from, if
Yeah, they have a good pace battery, Alzari, Shami, and they have a good fast bowling cartel. And as of there was also news of Ben Stokes opening the batting for CSK. So what do you make of it? Ben Stokes opening the batting for CSK. What's your views regarding it?
I think it's frozen.
Yeah, I think so.
Money? Yeah, I think it's frozen.
Yeah,
But I just had a look at the squads quickly. Of course, I was away for a bit. And for me, CSK, I think batting wise, that's their lack. They don't have the best of batters. Really, they got a few all rounders, but end of the day, you can't play all of them at the same
yeah,
time. You look
yeah,
a proper batsmen that aren't all
yeah,
rounders are your MS Dhoni, your
yeah,
Gaikwad, your Raidu, your Conway, and Senapati.
yeah,
Um, so that's only that, and for me, that's one lack. And for
yeah,
me, Gurura Titans, they got a good squad, but one problem might be not having as much overseas players. You see, because especially on the bowling side, because they got loads of Indian bowlers. You got Mavi, Patel, Sharma, etc. But for foreign bowlers, you got Odin Smith, Nur Ahmad, and Ozaro Joseph and Joshua Little. So when you come up against a team that has loads of Indian batsmen and players in, they're going to be used to those bowlers. So they don't have, how can I say, an X factor almost in it. So I think that's a big problem. But going with a Gujarat one.
Yeah. Can you repeat the question? I didn't get the question.
Your prediction for the match.
I think so. It's going to favor Gujarat because of the home support, but as a CSK fan, I'm going with CSK because of Dhoni. Just because of Dhoni, we belong to the same town, so I'm going with CSK. But this time, Gujarat are the favorites. Gujarat are the favorites, but I'm going with CSK. So I think so. It's going to be 70% in favor of Gujarat Giants and 30% with CSK. Or we can rather say 65% for Gujarat, 35% CSK.
For me, I don't like any of these teams. I don't like Gujarat Titans because,
Yeah.
of course, I only came in last year and then they won the whole thing. And I don't like that. Don't like CSK because I'm a Delhi fan. Like, you hurt us too much. You hurt us too much. But massive respects to Dhoni and Jadeja. So I'm hoping this match is a draw, but I'm gonna go with Gujarat. I just think they will win. Just how it is, poised of being the champions, playing the first game at home. It's going to be a tough one. Really tough
Let's
ask.
hope. Let's hope we get a super over. That will be
Yeah,
a good contest.
Let's go to super over. I would love a super over. Love it.
Yeah.
Love one. So I'm going to say. What did I say? Gujarat. So I'm going. So next game is the Punjab Super Kings. I believe they call that. They are Punjab, right?
Yeah, Punjab.
Yeah.
Punjab.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it? The Punjab what Super Kings or what's the full name?
Punjab Super Kings. Punjab Kings, I think so. Punjab Kings.
Okay. Kings. Punjab Kings.
Punjab Kings, yeah.
Okay. So we will look at the squads.
Yeah.
Bring up the Uncle Cutter. Just looking for Cutter.
You can present the screen. You can share your screen.
I will share my screen now. Cirrus I, is he out injured? Or not? I see on the squad that is.
Actually, I haven't gone through the squads.
So we start with Punjab.
Yeah, let's.
Can you see that? I don't know how to pronounce his name. That first guy's name.
Bhanuka Rajapaksa.
There you go. You just quickly read through that, then we'll talk a bit. So you read through the squad list. Just to pronounce it right, the names.
So the first name goes. So the first name goes by Bhanuka Rajapaksa. He's from Sri Lanka. So his auction price shows 50 lakhs rupees. Then second one is Shah Rukh Khan. He's from India. He's a batsman. So his auction price is 9 crores. Then the third one is Shikhar Dhawan. Shikhar Dhawan is the captain. So he's the captain. 8.25 crores. He has a high price. He's from India. Then the fourth one is Prab Simran Singh from wicket. He's a wicket keeper batsman. Then we have Jitesh Sharma. He's also a wicket-keeper batsman, second choice wicket-keeper batsman. Then Johnny Bairstow is ruled out. He he was also a crucial factor, but then he's returning to county cricket and so on. Then we have Ashdeep Singh. He's the X factor as a bowler. He's an pretty economical Ashdeep Singh. And we have Raj. We have Raj Bawa. Okay, Raj Bawa. Then we have Nathan Ellis, Harpreet Brar, Rahul Chahar, Kagiso Rabada. And who's this? Baltej Singh. Never heard of him. And Liam Livingstone. Baltej Singh, I've never heard of him. And we have Liam Livingstone, Rishi Dhawan. Then Adharva.
Sam
It isn't
Curran.
Sam. Yes, Sam Curran. Yeah, the most expensive buy of the entire IPL auction. He's going to be he's the main X factor for Punjab.
Yeah.
So Sam Curran, yeah, he's going to
They
be
got
the MVP. He's the MVP, most valuable player for Punjab. And Sikandar Raza, Harpreet Bhatia. Okay, I've never heard of these names. Harpreet Bhatia, Shivam Singh, Mohit Rathi,
Matthew
Vidhar,
Short.
Matthew Shot. Yes, he had a good BBL season this year.
Yeah, he had a good BBL season.
Yeah,
And yeah, they got lots of youngsters.
so
So
you can pick your
I
11.
think
You can pick your 11.
my 11. Okay, so Chika Dhawan's definitely in there.
Yeah,
Rapper, that first guy's name is probably in there. Hardeep Singh is in there. Nathan Ellis, I would put him in. Rahul Char. So what the, I
yeah,
need to. Okay, wait, and then Proy Singh. 1, 2, 3, and Khan I would most likely also put in with Liam
yeah,
Livingstone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 players. Yeah, 5 players. Then Rahul Char. Need another all rounder. I would go Sam Curran 2, and
yeah.
then Rakhisa Radaba, and then a Spinner Raucha. I believe that's 11. If not, then I would take Matthew Short in.
Yeah.
But Ronnie will be here. Then he will share his screen. Is here. Oh.
Have you picked Sam Curran?
Yeah, I've picked him.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
Mani. So Mani, we went through the Punjab 11 squad,
yeah.
and we've noticed some names that we're not used to. I'll just get them.
Yeah, I was actually just telling Ben that Sam
Yeah.
Curran, who used to play for CSK, I believe he's
Yeah.
now with the Super Kings. So that's going to be a bit of a problem for CSK because I don't really have
Yeah.
that many good depth bowlers. And then, of course, the
Hmm.
bowling attack, my goodness, Arshdeep Singh, Kagiso Rabada, Sam Curran, the bowling all-rounder, Sikandar Raza from Zimbabwe, the Pakistani Zimbabwean,
Yeah.
Liam Livingstone, the English all-rounder, and Matthew Short from Australia. I think Bairstow is out of the squad, but Shikhar
Yeah.
Dhawan will captain the team. And the This certainly looks fairly well balanced with a few big names, a good balance of big names and unheralded players.
Yeah. I'm going to show the squads actually now. Side by side. I got the thing side by side now. So Punjab, we just went through them. KKR right now. Nitish Raina, captain. Pronunciation needed there.
Vaibhav Arora.
Vaibhav Arora.
Don't know him. Lockie Ferguson, Ashit
Yeah.
Raina, Victish Iyer, of course, former Delhi player. Is he not ruled out? I believe he's ruled out. I think. Yeah. Is he ruled out or not? Oh,
I don't
sorry,
think
that's
so.
no. Sorry, Sirius Iyer is ruled out. Not him.
Yeah, Shreyas, Nitish Rana replaces him as the captain.
Yeah, pronunciation needed on that one. Who's that?
Narayan Jagdishan. Jagdishan.
Yeah, Narayan Jagdishan, yes.
Kulwant Khejrolia.
Yeah, I never heard of him. Linson Das, good player.
Yeah.
Very good. Mandeep
Bangladesh.
Singh, Sunil Narayan.
Yeah,
So
Sunil
playing.
Narayan.
Yeah.
Rahmanullah Gurbaz from Afghanistan.
Yeah, he was actually, Hannah was the wicketkeeper during their series win over Pakistan. And then you've got Anukul Roy, Andre Russell from the West Indies, Shakib Al Hassan as well. Once I don't know if because obviously with the test match being played between Bangladesh and Ireland, he could very well be absent for the campaign. There's no way that Bangladesh will in any way allow their captain and star all-rounder to miss that test. So he may possibly come in later on the tournament and play. I don't think he'll be involved. And then, of course, Rinku Singh, Tim Southey, the New Zealand Test captain. Shardul Thakur, I believe he's been capped by India as well. David Visa, the former Protea, now, of course, playing for Namibia. And then, of course, Umesh Yadav and Varun Chakravarti, the bowlers. I like the squad.
I like this KKR squad.
Narayan Jagdishan was an ex-CSK player. He formerly played for CSK, so now he's in KKR. Narayan Jagdishan. Then we have Varun Chakravarti.
So Punjab I think Punjab have gone with the young squad. They've got very young players. You look, Malik Draffin never played. Singh, I've never played.
New players as well. Sikandar Raza. Then we have Matthew Short. Some new calls.
Yeah, definitely.
Punjab.
I think
Sikandar Raza's quality, though. I mean, he's easily Zimbabwe's best performing player. So obviously he is expected to really shine.
Yes. He even won an ICC award. Sikandar Raza won some ICC award. I don't remember, but he won. He was a part of the 2022 ICC awards.
Yeah.
Sikandar Raza.
So batters to watch: Shikhar Dhawan, Liam Livingstone, Nitish Raina, Andre Russell, and then bowlers to watch: Kakishore Dhaba, Arshdeep Singh, Andre Russell, and Tim Southey. For me, I think this game Kolkata can win. For me, I think Kolkata maybe home form you
Punjab.
You could lean to Punjab, but I'm going with Kolkata to win this. I can't lie.
I think it's fair to say that Kolkata might be a little bit more balanced. Is that right, Hannah?
Yeah, I think they're more balanced and just think that the experience of the players are better. So yeah.
In
Ben, your
Punjab have
thoughts?
some good attacking bowlers like Kagiso Rabada. If you can scroll down, you can see the bowlers.
Let me just go there.
Yeah,
Squad.
Punjab
Um,
squad. Yeah, we have Arshdeep Singh, Sam Curran. They have good bowlers like death bowlers. Sam Curran. We can Harpreet Singh. Harpreet Brar. Even he has proved to be a lethal spinner. Harpreet Brar. Then we have Nathan Ellis, Kagiso Rabada, Arshdeep Singh. So they have a very strong bowling lineup as of Punjab.
Yeah, the thing about Arshdeep Singh though, Ben, and I think you'll remember watching him in the T20 World Cup with India, is that
Yeah,
when he bowls at the very beginning, he gets the ball to swing beautifully. He's very incisive.
absolutely.
He could be a decent death bowler.
Yes, although he had some few bad spells here or there, we have seen against New Zealand, he bowled a lot of no balls, but still, there's bad things do occur. But he's a quality bowler. He can bounce back. He's a lethal bowler. He can bounce back. But one or few bad spells happen, but he'll definitely have a good run this season. So as of Punjab Kings, they have a good balance in the squad. Sam Curran, so they have a good bowling attack, uh, and even they have good batsmen like Shikhar Dhawan. Then we have Liam Livingston as well. So I'm going for Punjab. Let's see what happens. Even KKR, uh, they are a they can give some good competition as well. But I'm going with Punjab. Punjab. They have a lot of new calls. Sikandar Raza, then Matthew Shot. Let's see. But I'm going with Punjab.
Punjab money. All left to
Kolkata
you.
for me. Kolkata. I think they're just a bit more balanced, and the experience will tell for them. But it could be a close game. It could be a close game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Punjab at home, it's always a close game.
And of course,
Biak itself just
when you got the player of the tournament in the T20 World Cup in your side, you're always gonna have some hope.
yeah. Yeah. You scared me there for a sec, but actually, I just went over to it, and it's still 1-0 for Chelsea woman. Um, so yeah. So I'm going KKR. I think Narrow and Punjab are always good at home. Um. Now we move on to my team, the best team in all of the IPL.
Mumbai.
Oh, no. Why? Why are you talking nonsense? Not Mumbai. Mumbai is like the fourth best team in the league. Not
Mumbai is
okay.
the best team. So they have five IPL trophies. They are the most successful team.
I know,
Then
but
the
they're not
second,
the best team. They're not the best team.
they're the
Okay, so
Who's
most
the
who
best
do
successful
you
team?
team.
Delhi.
who do
That
you
Delhi.
think is the best team then, Hannah?
Delhi. Delhi Capitals. Best team.
they are a formidable team, but as of success, as of you say successful team, then Mumbai, they have five trophies. Then the second best CSK, Delhi, they have no trophies, but still they are a very formidable side.
Yeah. Nah. We.
It will be
Yeah.
good if Delhi wins. It will be good. Any
But
team which hasn't won any trophy, they should win. Basic for me, any team who haven't won any trophies in the past, they should win this time. So if it's
but
Delhi, it's good for me. If it's Delhi, it's good. It's very good if it's Delhi. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
but look, besides Mumbai and CSK, nobody else has won. Oh, sorry, my bad. KKR have also won it.
Yeah,
The league.
KKR.
Rajasthan, don't forget.
Rajasthan,
You
yeah.
you guys
They
were
have won.
like out. Rajasthan were like out of the IPL for like almost 4 years, something like that. They were out of the IPL. Then it came back. So in the past, like United, always talk about the past. um, but we'll talk as Lucknow Super Giants are.
Yeah.
First, we'll at home we'll talk about them. Kel Rahul, Avish Khan. Don't know you. Who's this guy?
Ayush Badoni.
Ayush Padoni, yes.
Quentin de Kock. Gautam.
Krishnappa Gautam. Krishnappa Gautam. He's an all-rounder.
Okay, well,
Spin
I'm
all-rounder.
going to let you guys go through the team instead of asking you every time what is this Indian player's name.
Yeah, so you stopped at Krishna Bhagavatam. Obviously, another name which is easy is Deepak Huda. I believe he's been capped by
Yeah.
India. Prerak Mankad, probably a talented all-rounder. Kyle Mayers, another international alongside Quinton de Kock. Amit Mishra, former leg spinner, of course, for India. Probably India's best leg spinner in quite some time. Mohsin Khan, Naveen ul Haq, I think he's from Pakistan. Krunal Pandya, Nicholas Puran, of course, is the wicketkeeper batsman from the West Indies, former captain there. Daniel Sams, all-rounder, I believe he's from Australia. Karan Sharma, Romario Shepherd, who was also in action for the West Indies. Marcus Stoinis, Swapnil Singh, Jaydev Unadkat, and Manan Vora. Mark Wood is a fast bowler from England. Mayank Yadav, Yash Thakur, and Yudhvir Singh. So, one thing which strikes me about this squad from the Lucknow Giants is that they're going to depend a lot of, with regard to batting, on KL Rahul, because if you just go up again and just go over everything, apart from maybe Kyle Mayers and to some extent Quinton de Kock, not too many established batting established names among the batsmen. I know that de Kock, Hanno, has been in terrific form for South Africa. And obviously, he will be expected to play a big role, maybe at the top alongside KL Rahul. I don't know, but as far as the middle
depends
order,
on the day, if he turns up to batter or just give his wicket away.
But then, of course, de Kock might be busy with the ODIs against the Netherlands, so we might not see him very much. But so let's suppose he does come back into the tournament. He and Rahul could be expected to open the innings well. But Ben, if you take a look at that squad, I'm not too sure any middle order names, come out and say we're going to be stars in this team. What do you think?
We have Ayush Badoni. He scored some handy runs with the bat. Then we have Deepak Hooda. Even he plays as a middle order batsman. So even Deepak Hooda is a pretty good batsman. Then
Pandya is a good one.
Yeah, Kunal Pandya, he can be a good finisher. He's a good finisher. Then we have
Puran. I think that if Nicholas Puran can get to form, that's a good signing for them.
Ayush Badoni. Ayush Badoni is pretty underrated. He's an underrated batsman.
And maybe Romario Shepherd, maybe Romario Shepherd and Stoinis as well could possibly do something, but still, it's going to be hard to try and figure out a really, really good batting combination, especially with the some of the rules involved about how many foreigners can be in the team at a time. I believe it's only 5 foreigners, right, Hannah?
Four, I think. Four,
5. There were a few rule changes. I'll maybe see.
It's 4. It's 4.
4.
It's 4, I guess. Yeah. But it should be increased to 5. It should be increased to 5.
Yeah, so it's going to be difficult to see what team they'll play, but maybe the Indian players selected in certain roles will come to the fore. And then, of course, for the Delhi Capitals, which is, of course, Hanno's team, they start with Khalil Ahmed and Aman Hakim Khan. Yasham Dhuli, I think that is his name, top order batsman. And then Praveen Dubey, Sarfaraz Khan. Kuldeep Yadav is, of course, the left arm Chinaman sort of bowler. He will obviously have a bit of a role to play, but his accuracy, of course, will be what might be important. He's India's answer to Tabraiz Shamsi for you, Hannah. Except Kuldeep is much slimmer, while Shamsi is a little bit more stocky. You know that. And then Lalit Yadav, Mitchell Marsh, of course, the all-rounder who's been around the block. Mustafizur Rahman from Bangladesh, along with Mukesh Kumar, the bowler. And then it's Nagar Koti, Kamlesh Nagarkoti, the bowler. And of course, two more South Africans, Lungi Ngidi and Anrik Nortje. You will know them very well. They will
How is
lend some
Nokia pronounced?
class.
Hello, how is
Nortje.
Nokia pronounced? Noche. Okay.
Amrik Nokia.
Not Nokia, like Nokia phone.
Yeah, Nokia.
Oh, I
Kia.
see. Nokia.
The JE is a K.
I see. Nokia.
Be up yourself, Flair.
Yeah, if you're
Hope
talking
you're
to a
well.
native Afrikaans speaker, he'll be the expert on that. So we have to have his help for the South African names, maybe. And then, of course, Manish Pandey's been around the block. Akshay Patel, the left arm spinner, who can also bat a very good bit. Ripal Patel. Patel is a tricky one because his left arm spin could very well be good on the Indian pitches, but on the Australian pitches in the T20 tournament, he was smacked around the ground. I think it'll depend on how well he'll be used by the captain. And then, of course, Rovman Powell, West Indies T20 captain, Riley Rousseau, South African batsman in the top order, Chetan Sakaria, Philip Salt from the UK wicketkeeper, Ishant Sharma, old bowler, Indian international, who's played 100 tests for his nation, Prithvi Shaw, and of course the swashbuckling David Warner as the opening batsman. So one good look at this team will certainly tell me that this team has a lot of its bases covered, some pretty good balance as well. Ben, what do you think of this Capitals team?
Yes, they look pretty formidable. But hope they win. Hope they win this this title this season. But let's see. They look formidable. But I'm going with CSK. But let's see. They haven't won any trophies in the past. Even they made it to the 2022 IPL, 2020 IPL final. But then in the final they got badly smacked by Mumbai Indians. But
Don't remind
they
me.
look pretty formidable. But
For
still,
me,
let's hope they win it. If they win, it's pretty good.
it's something at the betting. It's something that doesn't draw me into the betting. I don't know why, but I'm not
They have
convinced about the betting lineup. But
they have
bowling
they have
lineup
lethal they
is
have
really
lethal
strong.
opening batsmen. Warner and Shaw is a good opening combination. Warner and
Yes,
Prithvi Shaw.
I don't know. There's just something that isn't um bring me to there. So yeah.
They might make it to the playoffs. They look good. They look pretty good on paper.
Uh, we do look good. Manny, your thoughts on that squad?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Capitals look really, really strong and formidable. I think which team is this? The Lucknow.
Lucknow.
Capitals. Your thoughts on the
Yeah,
squad?
as I said, the Capitals are very formidable, and I think they will, if they get the right combination going, they will certainly cause a few. They will certainly win a few games. It is the Lucknow Super Giants. I think my prediction would be for the Capitals to secure a win because I just don't see the Giants putting up a really strong enough and balanced enough team to cope with them. But I mean, cricket is a funny old game, but it's a
Yeah.
prediction. I'm going with what I think. I think the Capitals should win their first game.
Yeah, same. I'm going Capitals.
Even I'm going with Capitals. Let's see. No teams are favorite in IPL. All teams are like equally strong.
Mm,
Any team can beat anyone. So there's nothing like strong and weak teams. Anyone can beat anyone. So it's a pretty even contest in
yeah.
IPL.
I just wanna see. What seems to be. Oh, we don't see Bangla. So I'm not going to go through every team. I'm just going to go up until Sun. We'll go through up until Wednesday's games. Not really much to talk about. When we are done with the squads and everything. So Hyderabad versus Rajasthan. And let's go there.
Sunday's match, I think so.
So let's see. That Sunrisers versus Hyderabad versus Rajasthan. Of course, man, this is your team now with top belt Rajasthan. And
yeah, one of the reasons why I do like the Rajasthan Royals is that they don't really. I mean, ever since Shane Warne started captaining the team, they've tried to focus their strategy mainly on bringing in a few foreign stars, but also focusing on developing a lot more in terms of Indian talent. Some of the several of the best youth players, of course, began their trade playing in the IPL with the Royals. So certainly a team to watch, and of course, they also have. I think we'll go through the Royals team later, but this is which team is this? Bangalore, right? Sunrise Hyderabad.
Yeah.
So they've said goodbye to Kane Williamson, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is the captain. Abdul Samad, Abhishek Sharma, Mayank Agarwal, definitely a name to look at. And they've got Harry Brook, the exciting English batsman who certainly has been taking the batting of England by storm in terms of trying to really dominate. And he has, of course, as many of us will know, been taking part in some baseball training to sort of sharpen up his hitting. So that is a real feather in his cap in many ways. Then you got Mayank Dagar, Fazal Haq Faruqi. I believe he's from Pakistan. Akil Hussain from the
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. Yeah, Afghanistan. Yeah. He is a teammate of Rashid Khan. You're right.
Yeah.
Then Marco Janssen from South Africa. Akil Hussain from the West Indies. Heinrich Klaassen, also South African, wicketkeeper batsman. Karthik Tyagi, Mayank Markande. Aidan Markram, of course, the South African T20 captain. And then Natarajan, the bowler. Nitish Kumar Reddy, the batting all-rounder. Glenn Phillips from New Zealand, wicketkeeper batsman. Adil Rashid, the leg spinner. And then if you scroll down a bit further, you will go to see Sanveer Singh. Yeah.
Sanveer Singh, yeah. Never heard of. Then
Rahul Tripathi, Umran Malik, Vivrant Sharma, Samarth Vyas. Washington Sundar, of course, capped by India as a fast bowling all-rounder. And then Upendra Yadav, the wicketkeeper batsman. So, again, I think going up, obviously they've had to... when they made the decision to say goodbye to Kane Williamson, they knew that they were going to lose a really top-quality batsman who'd served them well. But I think with the likes of Glenn Phillips and a few others, they seem to have covered their backs fairly well enough. But again, it'll be interesting to see how well they turn about. Ben, what do you think of this team?
Heinrich Klaassen. So yeah, he seems to be a pretty formidable batter. Heinrich Klaassen is pretty underrated as well. He can be lethal as a batter. Then Harry Brook, he's the main star. Sunrise Hyderabad are looking for. So Harry Brook, Heinrich Klaassen. Then we have Glenn Phillips as well. He's a pretty good finisher. So they look pretty strong on paper. Then we have Washington Sundar as well, bowling all-rounder. Then Umran Malik, the pace battery, the fastest bowler in their squad. So then Adil Rashid as well. Adil Rashid can prove to be handy. So they do look strong. But I don't think they'll make it up to the playoffs. But let's see. But they'll have a good run. But let's see. All teams are favorites in this IPL, but they do look strong. Heinrich Klaassen is a lethal player. Hanno, you can give your thoughts.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but I need to quickly go. So I'll just give my predictions. I'll send it in the group chat we have. Then you guys can
Yeah, and
just type them out.
I'll
Yeah,
take it to the end. I'll take it to the end. Don't worry about
Okay.
it. I mean, we
Yeah.
this is actually the last match of the first round, I think. So we're pretty much done here.
Um,
So
this one
Ben,
and
you and
then
I,
the Bangalore match.
Bangalore. Okay, so Ben, we'll go through the squad right now.
yeah,
If you have to go, Hanno, I'll share my screen with the teams. Hold on a minute.
yeah. Sure.
All right, so as we've said, this is the Sunrisers Hyderabad, Rajasthan Royals clash. And we've got the squad right here. Thank God for Cricinfo.
Yeah.
Yep, this is how you do it. Okay. So for the Royals, they're being captained by Sanju Samson, who's also been capped by India, and Ravichandran Ashwin, of course, has now joined the Royals as a senior professional alongside the likes of Joss Butler and Trent Bolt. And so they're going to play mentors to the likes of Abdul Basit, Murugan Ashwin, KM Asif, KC Kariappa. Yuzvendra Chahal, of course, has been capped by India as a a leg spinner rather. Then internationals include Donald Ferreira, the West Indian Shimron Hetmeyer, Jason Holder, of course, the former West Indies captain, Yashashvi Jaiswal, Dhruv Jurel, Obed McCoy, I believe he's from the West Indies, Devdutt Padikkal,
Joe
Ryan
Root.
Parag,
Joe Root. Joe Root. We have Joe Root in addition as well. He's a
Yeah,
new
I'm
player.
coming to Joe
Joe
Root. I'm
Root.
coming to Joe Root.
Yeah, yeah.
So Navdeep Saini, Sandeep Sharma, Kuldeep Sen, Akash Vashisht, Kuldeep Yadav. Also, I think that's a different Kuldeep Yadav, maybe.
That's Kuldeep. Yeah, I think so. That's a different Kuldeep Yadav. The main Kuldeep Yadav is in Delhi Capitals. The main Chinaman, the
Yeah,
Chinaman bowler.
exactly. And then, of course, another leg spinner in Adam Zampa. So certainly promises to be a very well balanced squad. And what strikes me a great deal about this team is that there are a lot of mainly young Indian players who are playing alongside a lot of the more experienced internationals. So the experienced internationals sort of serve as mentors. And after Shane Warne obviously left the franchise, it was Rahul Dravid's turn to, take the lead. And obviously, since then, they've had a few more internationals coming in, and they've always played a very fearless brand of cricket. Not been quite able to emulate the success they had earned under Warne and Dravid, but they're still always a dangerous team, especially when they play in their
Yeah,
home ground of, I believe it's in Jaipur, if I'm not wrong. And
yeah,
coming to this team, they'll certainly look to uh, try and make a statement or two. As long as they've got the likes of Hetmeyer and Holder in their team, along with Butler and Bolt and
yeah,
Ashwin, obviously, and several others. I
yeah,
think they'll certainly be a match for the Sunrisers, and there will be a way to make sure that they will have the balance in the team. Not too many star names in the Hyderabad team, in my opinion, except maybe for Glenn Phillips and Adil Rashid and
yeah.
maybe Klassen, of course, and Markram,
Clarkson.
Harry
Yeah,
Brook. I just think that with the Royals, they boast a lot of experience, a good balance of experience, but also some very talented youngsters, and they often have a really good combination going on. I'm going to go for the Royals to win this one in a very tough game. What about you? What do you think? Who do you think will win this one?
uh, both the teams look pretty strong. So it's pretty confusing as to whom to support. Any of them can win. Any of them can win. It's a 50-50 battle between both the sides. So even I'm going with even I'm going to go with Rajasthan. But Sunrisers look pretty formidable. Formidable. They have Harry Brook, Heinrich Klaassen, Glenn Phillips. They have proper finishers as well. So, but I'm going with Rajasthan Royals.
Yeah, I just
Butler's
think
team.
they'll have a lot more about them, and of course, if memory serves me right, I think there were a few other Englishmen who played for the Royals. I think they've moved to other teams,
Ben Stokes.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
we had Ben Stokes, Jofra Archer.
yeah. But
Jofra
now, of
Archer is
course,
now.
yeah.
Yeah. You,
Now, of course,
yeah.
we go to the final match of the first round, which is the Bangalore Royal Challengers against the Mumbai Indians, and the squads over here will make for very interesting reading. Mumbai Indians, as we all know, are a very formidable team, and this match will be played at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Virat Kohli has, of course, since relinquished the captaincy of the RCB side, so Faf du Plessis will captain the team. Finn Allen certainly played his part in New Zealand's run to the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup. Akash Deep in the team, Anuj Rawat, Avinash Singh, Manoj Pandage, Michael Bracewell, another Kiwi, Hasaranga de Silva, a very dangerous leg spinner from Sri Lanka. And he might not be available, though, because of his team's ongoing commitments with New Zealand. And then Dinesh Karthik, wicketkeeper batsman as well. Virat Kohli, of course. Mahipal Loma, Glenn Maxwell, he's definitely been around the block. Very, very experienced, very well known as a T20 specialist batsman. Mohammad Siraj, Seema, Harshal Patel, also capped by India. Suyash Prabhudesai, Rajan Kumar, Shahbaz Ahmed, Himanshu Sharma, Karn Sharma, I think he's been capped by India as well. Sony Yadav, Reece Topley and David Willey, both bowlers from England, with David Willey more of the bowling all-rounder. So again, with Maxwell and Kohli and maybe Dinesh Karthik and du Plessis and a few others, I think a lot's going to depend on them. They do seem to have a decent bowling attack when it comes to the variety as well. What do you think of the squad?
They have a good batting potential. We have Glenn Maxwell, Dinesh Karthik, then I think so, Faf du Plessis. So as of batting, they have a good batting potential. As of bowling, can't say, but as of batting, they are lethal as a batting side. But I don't think so. RCB is going to win this season. They have a pretty bad record in knockouts. They might make it to the playoffs, but then we have seen them consistently choking in playoffs. So they might make it to the playoffs, but then it's going to be difficult for them to make it past the playoffs. But still, as a batting side, they look pretty formidable as in batting. As in speaking of batting.
Yeah, I believe RCB. I can check the history. I think they're one of the few teams that have never won the IPL before. So I will confirm that, obviously. But now we can go to the Mumbai Indians squad, led, of course, by the Indian captain Rohit Sharma, Jofra Archer, Arshad Khan. From the looks of it, a very star-studded squad. Berendor from Australia, Devold Brevis from South Africa, Piyush Chawla, another left leg spinner, Timothy David from Australia, Cameron Green, also an Aussie, Raghav Goel, Ishan Kishan, I think he's played for India a bit, Dwan Jansen, another overseas talent, Kumar Kartikeya, Akash Madhwal, Shams Mulani, Ramandeep Singh, Hrithik Shokeen, Tristan Stubbs, South African, Arjun Tendulkar, son of the legend. We all know who he is.
Yeah.
And he may possibly get to play as a left-arm seamer, maybe bat low down the order. Tilak Verma, Vishnu Vinod, Nihal Wadera, and of course the legendary Surya Kumar Yadav, whose exploits with the bat and T20s are very well known. And of course,
Yeah.
you take a look at this side, you can't look beyond Yadav, you can't look beyond Rohit Sharma. Jofra Archer will have a role to play, and he might also be very key
Yeah.
for England in the Ashes. So he will not want to get injured playing for the
Yeah.
Indians. And some decent batting depth with, Cameron Green and Timothy David coming into the picture. Green, of course, doing well with the bat in the recent India-Australia Test series, and Timothy David was also one of the key players for Australia in the T20 World Cup. Certainly a formidable-looking team, and they're fairly reasonably well stocked with the bowlers as well, I would say. So, what do you think of this team?
So last season they had a pretty bad season, which happens with every team. Even CSK had a pretty bad season, but this time they'll come back, and they are a clutch team. So they'll definitely. I'm going from. I'm going with Mumbai this time. So they'll come out victorious. They'll find a way to win.
Well, of
They're a
course,
clutch team.
there is no more Kyron Pollard in their team, so they've had to think of
So
to try and find new heroes. But obviously, Sharma has been one of the mainstays of that team, really doing well for that franchise. And it will be
yep,
tough to see which team could end up winning, because when we take a look at the teams in question, all of the teams that we've seen so far, they all seem to have equal chances of doing really
yeah,
well. I don't really want to tempt fate by predicting who will actually win the tournament, but we will certainly see. But of course, coverage of the IPL will start tomorrow with the first match being
yeah,
played at 7:30 p.m. India time. I believe that will be
yeah,
3 p.m. in the UK and 2 p.m. I mean,
yeah,
5 p.m. in South Africa.
yeah.
And in Australia, it'll be just after midnight. So
Okay.
are they willing to stay up till about 4 in the morning to watch an entire match from the IPL? I'm not too sure, but we will have to see. So you've already made your predictions, I'm sure, when we
Yeah.
were doing it, but let's just confirm this. Gujarat Titans against CSK. Who do you think will win?
Gujarat, as a CSK supporter, I want CSK to win, but Gujarat are the favorites to win.
Yeah, I'm going for
Might
Gujarat as well. Go ahead.
uh, I'm going with CSK, but Gujarat might be the favorites.
Yeah, for me, I can't look beyond the Gujarat Titans, and I think Hanno has said he will give his predictions any minute now.
Yeah.
We'll have to
Let's
look
hope
and
he's
see.
back. Hmm.
No, he said he had to leave, so he'll be obviously,
Okay.
yeah. So we'll be wrapping up the stream very soon.
Yeah.
Okay, and Kings 11 Punjab and Kolkata Knight Riders. Who are you predicting will win?
Uh, I'm going with Punjab. Punjab might win.
For me, it's Kolkata. I think Hanno also predicted the same thing.
Yeah.
They just look a lot more balanced and threatening. Now, the Lucknow Super Giants against the Delhi Capitals. Who's your pick?
Delhi Capitals is my pick. Delhi Capitals should
Mine
win.
too. Mine too.
Yeah.
Mine too. Mine too. And I think obviously Hanno is rooting for the Delhi Capitals, so that will be
Yeah.
his pick. Then, of course, we have the Sunrisers Hyderabad against the Rajasthan Royals. What's your prediction?
Yeah. If Rajasthan Sunrisers Hyderabad will give a good fight, but I'm rooting for Rajasthan to win.
Me too. I'm not looking beyond them. I think Hyderabad will really have to cope with the loss of Kane Williamson, who obviously
Yeah.
provided a lot more in terms of leadership. And I think, if memory serves me right, David Warner isn't playing for them anymore. So that's another loss for them. I mean,
Yeah.
he might have been off the team a few seasons ago anyway. And finally, Royal Challengers Bangalore against Mumbai Indians. What's your choice?
Mumbai Indians, because they're a clutch team. So Mumbai Indians, my choice is Mumbai Indians. Let's see. RCB, again, RCB can give a fight. We have seen various super overs as well when the two teams have clashed with each other. But this time I'm going with Mumbai, and Mumbai should win as a
Yeah.
clutch team.
Yeah, of course, it'll be India's captain against India's former captain, and the former
Yeah,
captain isn't leading RCB anymore. I just think that with the way Sharma's been leading India, he seems to have his finger tactically on the pulse more often than not.
yeah,
He leads the same way for the Mumbai Indians. So, yeah, that should be our prediction. And we're waiting for Hanno, obviously, to send his predictions. But I don't know if we can actually see him right now. But
yeah,
I think what we're probably going to have to do is, he's just set his predictions. He also predicts that Rajasthan and Mumbai will win, and he's already given his predictions for the earlier games earlier on the program. So we are going to wrap things up now. Obviously,
sure.
we're looking forward to the start of the tournament tomorrow, and it does promise to be quite
Yeah,
exciting in some ways, gripping in other ways. And me, I'm probably focusing a lot more of my energies on the English Premier League, because that's where I really do a lot
yeah,
of my work, and my cricket work is mainly on international stuff. I'm not too big a fan of the IPL, but I don't really mind
I
watching it.
see.
I know that it's big in India, but it's not
I know.
necessarily my cup of tea. But
Yeah,
before we leave, Ben, I want to thank you for coming on.
mhm.
And
Sure, sure.
obviously, Hanno isn't really here to end this
Yeah,
stream, but I will.
this is my first live stream. This is the first live stream I'm being a part of.
Yeah,
This is my
that's
first ever
terrific.
live stream. Yeah,
That is terrific. That is terrific. So, yeah. So if you can
it's
just
good.
tell us where we can find you, that would be terrific. Where, what channel do you have on YouTube, and what do you normally do?
Uh, so I'm not into content creating. So I don't. I do have a YouTube account, but I don't have a YouTube channel as such where I do content creation. So I'm not into content creation. So this was an opportunity for me uh, to live stream with you all. So it's a good opportunity. So it's a pleasure to be a part of this opportunity. So I'm basically a student.
Okay,
Uh,
very good.
yeah, uh, so who's your favorite? So which one is your favorite IPL team? Who's your favorite IPL team?
Yeah, my team would normally be the Rajasthan Royals. That's normally
Okay.
my favorite. I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends, um, prefer the Chennai Super Kings, but they're not really my cup of tea. And I just don't think. I think aside from maybe a few players, they don't really seem to have too much in terms of, balance. They seem to be more of the star-studded team that is expected to win everything. I like more of the underdogs who come out on top. But
Absolutely.
yeah, but anyway, it's been good fun, and thanks a lot, Ben. And
Yeah.
we will end this stream very shortly. If you want to end the stream, of course, you can just close the window, and I think Hanno will end it later on. I think there may be some edits, I think. And but anyway, thanks a lot for joining in, and to those
Thanks a
of
lot.
you who've
Okay.
joined in the yeah, I mean, obviously, thanks a lot to people who've joined in the comments as well. Chelsea fan, AFC Flair, Bailey Francis, and another person who's come in. Thanks a lot for contributing with your comments. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell button, and also follow Hanno on Instagram and Twitter and also TikTok. It's certainly going to be worth your while. Plenty of good content to come very soon. For now, though, we will say goodbye, and we will end this stream very shortly.
Sure.
Thanks a lot for joining in. Take care of
Thanks a lot.
yourselves.
Bye
And
bye.
yeah.
Hanno's back.
Yeah, so he can end the stream now.
Bailey, hi. I'm not going to.
So it's 2:49 here in India. It's 2:49 a.m.
BF yourselves for joining. Incredible. You guys did that. So yeah. So in a bit, people. Peace out.